Hello again, everybody. It's Harry Boxer, the technical trader at TechTrader.com. It's Thursday night, the 25th of June. These are the charts of the day. Well, the market's looking pretty ugly. It's not extremely oversold. We may get some more downside. And since I'm going to be away for a few days, you guys need to be prepared for what may be in terms of potential shorts. We haven't gone over the box of shorts since last week, so let's take a quick look at some of the better ones. The railroads look ugly, and I'll go over several of them. But if you're looking at Canadian Pacific has run from the high 60s to 220, and then has pulled back down after forming a topping type pattern before rallying. But notice that this rally could not get through this level. There's a resistance level right there about 200 that it was unable to get through, 198 actually. Then it rolled over hard down into the 160s. The bear flag that formed subsequently could not get back above that line, and as a result we get the rollover. At this point, should we break down here and accelerate lower, I'm looking for 142.3 and maybe a lot lower. The MES continues to look ugly. It's been on my list for a long time. You can see bear wedge after bear wedge after bear wedge after bear flag, and yet there's no bottom in sight. Stocks already dropped from 140 some odd, 150 some odd, and then I'm all the way down into the mid-30s before bouncing. But a pretty pathetic bounce if you ask me, and we're rolling over again. If we take out this key level right there, would not be shocked to see this go into the middle of the channel, at least in the mid-20s. So be very careful. First 30, and then 25 is potential. FOSL Fossil, a lot of the designer companies like Fossil Core, Kate Spade, etc., not looking good in here. The breakdown occurred earlier in the year in February. A big bear wedge formed or coil. It got hammered, wedged, hammered, and now bear flag. I'm not sure where the low is or where the bottom might be. I can tell you right now, based on the pattern, it looks like it's likely to test 64, something like that. Kate is another one in that designer group that has been rolling over. It broke the channel. Today it broke with a thrust of 212 or almost 8.5% to the downside. The stock broke key support. I'm looking for a quick run down towards 20, maybe 18.5. Cores, the third stock in that group, is been down all year and looking ugly with bear flags and bear wedges all along. It finally spiked down. It will look like a selling climax, only the bounce is pathetic, and now it's rolled over, and it may take out that low as well. If it does, we're headed to 37.8. Another railroad that's not looking good is Norfolk Southern Corp. Massive top, breakdown bear wedge, breakdown snapback, but failed at the moving average and the trend line. Rolled over hard. From 108, we've dropped down 90 and below. We formed a bear wedge, and then we've rolled over a lot in the last couple of days nicely, to where I think we're going to at least see something around, quickly around 86.7, and then maybe as low as 82, but ultimately 74. Open text with a massive top formation broke down, and it continues to get weak. It has hardly rallied at all, bouncing very little with very poor technicals. It feels like this one wants to go lower. This bear flag broke in the last day or two, and I'm looking for 37 and then 33 on the stock. SanDisk, after topping and rolling over hard, forming a bear flag here, it got creamed, formed the bear wedge, and it's still coming down. My target's 54.5. TAL, well, this has been on my list for a bit, and you can see the topping pattern in here broke there. Wedge formed, bear flag formed, and today got whacked for another 6.5%. I'm not quite sure where the bottom is, but I know there's support around 31.2. That's the next stop, and then maybe 25.6. TNET, it's a boxer swing short. After a big break and then that bear wedge, I put it out as a short. It's already dropped about 4 points. It looks like it could drop another 4. Trinity, well, long uptrend, broken sharply with a wedge, broke another sharply with a mini wedge, and then from the larger rising wedge that could not get through key resistance, got hammered again, bounced back to resistance once again, is now rolling over again. This one could test 24.5 quickly, maybe even get into the high teens eventually. UEIC is a boxer swing short. After it cracked and formed the bear wedge, we put a short on it. Cracked again and formed the bear flag. It still looks lower. It should have cracked this line here. You can see the stock move down towards 42, 43. Union Pacific, yet another railroad that is just not looking good. Breaks here, breaks there, wedges, flags, wedges, and today got whacked for 418 or 4%. if it breaks this zone right there, we're gonna see a quick move down towards 90.91. Eventually, maybe even in the low 80s. And last thing is URI, which got hammered hard here, had a 3-4 month rising wedge, and then got whacked again. Bear wedge is forming, or bear flag is forming. Looks to me like 79.80. Could be tested. We may get this one over down to the high 60s. Well, that's it for tonight. You guys be careful out there next week while I'm away. And cash is a position. It's okay to not trade for a few days and take a breather and look for opportunities with cash in hand. Best feeling there is be able to buy a stock and not watch your stocks go down. Be in a good position. Take it easy, everybody. Talk to you later.